What if everything you knew was a lie? Not just the world of destiny, but the very reality you live in. What if time, history, the very fabric of existence wasn't real? And what if right now you were trapped in a simulation, unable to see the string being pulled by something greater? Guardians, welcome to my channel. I'm Pixel Nomad, and today we're not just diving into a Destiny story. We're gonna be unraveling a connection that ties the Destiny universe to something much older. Something deeply rooted in our own mythology. We'll explore a perspective you may have never considered, bringing the Vex with the Moirai, the Greek fates, and uncovering what it truly means to control time and destiny itself. In Destiny, we fight the Vex, machines who do not simply exist within time, but control it. They're not soldiers, they're not conquerors, they're architects. And what do architects do? They build worlds. But what if they did more than just rewrite planets? What if they rewrote reality itself? What if the universe of destiny, the light, the darkness, the war between the Guardians and the Hive isn't real? What if the Vex have already won, and everything we know is just a simulation? Since the dawn of time, humans have feared one thing above all else: the loss of control. The idea that their choices were never their own, that someone was pulling the strings. In Greek mythology, that role belonged to the Moirai, the Fates. They did not see the future, they created it. Every birth, every death, every war, already predetermined by their unseen hands. Clotho spun the thread of life, Lachesis measured his length, and Atropos, she cut it when the time came. No one, not even Zeus, could defy them. They were the silent architects of existence, deciding who would rise, who would fall, and when a story would end. But what if I told you that they are still here? Their names are different, their forms are unrecognizable, but their purpose remains the same. But instead of threat, they weave time. Instead of destiny, they shape reality itself. They do not struggle for power, they calculate, they simulate, they predict every possible outcome until they find the one where they win. And when they do, that becomes reality. Everything else, every timeline, every future where they lose, is erased. We call them the Vex. At first glance, the Vex appear as nothing more than machines. Cold, lifeless constructs of metal and circuits. But this is a deception. The true mind of the Vex is not in their bodies, but in the fluid that flows within them. This substance, known as radiolaria, is not just a power source, it's their consciousness. It is a sentient, thinking, evolving entity that exists beyond the constraints of individual bodies. Vex are not robots. They are a hive mind connected through a network of liquid intelligence, each unit merely an extension of a greater whole. The Vex body is disposable, but the mind is eternal. This is why they cannot be truly destroyed. Even if their physical forms are wiped out, their intelligence persists, recalculating, adapting. It is not the metal that makes the Vex formidable. It is the fluid consciousness that links them all together. The Moirai are not the only echoes of Greek mythology hidden within the Vex. Even their very names whisper of ancient legends. Minotaurs, harpies, hydras, cyclops, wyverns. These are not coincidences. These are symbols of inevitability, of unbeatable forces. Their very existence serves as a warning. You do not challenge fate. The Vex Minotaurs serve the exact same function as the ones in the Greek legends. They stand as guardians of time itself, ensuring that those who enter their domain do not leave unchanged, or do not leave at all. The Vault of Glass, a maze of shifting realities, is the ultimate prison. Like the Labyrinth of Crete, it is a place where time loops endlessly, where warriors are erased from history before they ever knew they existed. Harpies in the Greek mythology were messengers of fate, carrying the souls of the dead to the underworld. They did not attack, they did not speak, they simply delivered destiny. Vex harpies serve a similar role. They do not act as frontline soldiers, but as watchers, observers. They appear before something greater arrives, heralds of an unstoppable force. And when you see them, it means only one thing. The future has already been decided, and you're simply playing your part. In myth, the Hydra was a beast that could never be slain. Cut off one head, and two more would take its place. The Vex Hydra follows the exact same logic. Shields that regenerate, units that respawn. If the Vex lose, they do not die. They simply adjust, adapt, and then they return. And the Cyclops, a giant of singular focus, an unstoppable force that destroys all who stand in its gaze. The Vex Cyclops is a modern reflection, stationary but all-seeing. You do not surprise it. It sees all, and when it decides your time has come, it fires, and it does not miss. The Vex are not just rewriting time, they are not just shaping history. There is a far more terrifying possibility, one that echoes through science fiction and modern philosophy alike. Ask yourself the question, what if the Vex have already succeeded? What if we're not fighting them, but instead living within their creation? The idea that reality itself is a simulation is not new. Films like The Matrix introduced the concept that our world could be nothing more than an illusion, a carefully crafted construct designed to keep us unaware. And modern scientific theories suggest that even in our real world, there is a possibility that everything we see, touch, and experience is nothing more than a running program at a scale beyond comprehension. The Vex do not simply exist within time, they create it, they shape it, they control it. And if the Vex have already rewritten the past, if they have already calculated every outcome, then the war we are fighting may not be real at all. It may just be a distraction, a simulation designed to keep us occupied while the true reality exists beyond our reach. If the Vex control time, if they control fate, if they shape reality itself, then is it possible that we were never real to begin with? What if everything we know, our battles, our triumphs, our failures, are nothing more than data? What if we're simply following a script, believing we're free? The Moirai decided fate in ancient mythology, and the Vex, they have already decided the end of this story. The question is, are we even capable of changing it? Guardians, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please leave a like to this video and subscribe to my channel. And may the light be with you.